for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, with 1 inning left to play. And when Clooney died at first, and Barrows did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game.
A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat.
But Flynn preceded Casey, as also did Jimmy Blake. And the former was a Lulu, and the latter was a cake. So upon the stricken multitude, grim melancholy sat, for there seemed little chance of Casey getting to the bat.
But Flynn let fly a single to the wonderment of all.
Safe.
And Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball.
Safe.
And when the dust had lifted and the men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third.
From 5,000 throats and more, there came a lusty yell! It rumbled in the valley, it rattled in the dale, it knocked upon the mountain, and recoiled in the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat.
There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's spirit and a smile on Casey's face. And when responding to the cheer, he lightly doffed his hat. Just give your head a little. For no stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat.
10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands in dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded as he wiped them on his shirt. And while the rhyming pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance gleamed in Casey's eyes. A sneer curled Casey's lip.
And now the leather-covered sphere comes hurtling through the air. But Casey stood a-watching it in haughty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped.
And you must stop.
Say, Barry, must stop.
Barry must stop.
Said Casey.
Strike one.
The umpire said.
From the benches packed with people, there came a muffled roar! Like the beating of storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him. Kill the umpire.
Kill the umpire!
Shouted someone from the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand.
With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the mighty tumult. He bade the game go on. Once more he signaled to the pitcher. Just give him a look. And once more the sphere eye flew. But Casey stood, ignored it, and the umpire said,
Strike two. Fraud.
Fraud! Fraud! Fraud!
Cried the maddened thousands, and echo answered fraud. But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow cold and stern. They saw his muscles strained, and they knew that Casey would not let that ball go by again.
the sneer is gone from Casey's lip.
His teeth are clenched in hate.
He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate.
And now the pitcher holds the ball.
And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow.
Somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright.
The band is playing somewhere.
And somewhere hearts are light.
And somewhere men are laughing.
And somewhere children shout.
But there is no joy in Mudville.
Mighty Casey has struck out.
All right, very